What's up and welcome to the Athletics Collective. I'm here today with Coach Odell, assistant coach of the Eagles varsity soccer team. Coach Odell, tell me about how has the season been so far?
Yeah, so coming into this season, it was we had some expectations for this group. We saw this current junior senior class get a lot of early varsity experience 2 years ago, which is a bit of a struggle. You throw a bunch of young guys out on a varsity roster, it's going to be a difficult transition. But that experience over the last 2 years is starting to pay off. I mean, we're putting the ball in the back of the net. You're starting to see a lot of growth, and it's created kind of a tight knit group. I think off the field, you start to see these relationships form, and it's starting to show on the field. So, we're on a bit of a win streak right now. It's 4 in a row that we've hit. We're at the 500 mark, which is a good place to be based on how tough our schedule is. So far so good, man. It's been a lot of fun to kind of see them walk through.
And from my perspective, the start of the season, I know going into the season, you guys felt like you had even a better lineup than last year was, and one of the better lineups the past few years the team's put out. But just seeing kind of what took place start of the year, it really looked like to score goals was kind of a struggle. I think it was, 2 goals in 6 games maybe, right?
Yeah, so that first half, there's a lot of mitigating factors there, right? So we had the new track getting laid. We had the new field start to get put down, and that sort of threw us off on a rhythm. We had to go out to the fairgrounds and practice. We had the backfields behind the school. It's all grass, all kind of, it wasn't graded. It wasn't great. And so I think that probably threw us off a little to get started. We couldn't get a good rhythm with our practices, but again, like that kind of shows, the adversity you overcome. The talent was always going to be there. It's just about gelling as a unit. And once we had some consistency with a practice schedule, it's like I said, it's starting to show up. That's 4 in a row, and we've scored something like 20 goals in the last 4, something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about it too. Like
it's changed around.
Start of the season was 2 goals in 6 games, and then after that it went 6 goals in 2 games.
Yeah,
so the transition, and I think from what I saw, it really looked like it just took time for the guys to really trust each other on the field, and I know they all think very highly of each other. One thing I really like about the soccer team is just a big, nice family that are there supporting each other through the ups and downs. In Sullivan soccer, you look at the history, it's been a lot of downs, but there's also been those ups too, and it's really been good to just see you guys really fighting through that, and now a 6-6 start so far.
Yeah, and that's honestly, you touched on it. It's probably my favorite part of coaching in general is getting to see these units kind of gel together, become more of a family. And as an athlete myself, going through college, like that's the thing that I miss the most about being an athlete is that kind of locker room community that you gather with your group. There's other athletes playing other sports and stuff like that, and you really do see a lot of family bonding through the ups and downs of the season. Getting to be a part of that, even as kind of an outside, like it's a coach now, so it's different than the team itself. But that's still my favorite thing to be around, and it's life lesson stuff, right? You learn to build a community, and you see a lot of growth there.
So and revolving around that, so tell me a little bit about you growing up playing soccer at a high school level, what position you were, and kind of how you built upon that. I think I remember you playing college as well. And just, if you want to talk about your personal career being in soccer too,
Yeah, so like most kids, you start off at a pretty early age. Your folks are just like, I don't know, let's try to get them active and all that. And if they like it, great, they'll progress. So I did that. I started playing 3 years old. I always played a year up because my older brother was just a grade above, and so my folks were just like, we're going to keep throwing him out to the wolves, and he's going to have to learn to sink or swim. So I played up all of my life. We get into middle school, high school. It starts to get pretty serious. You start playing more outside season stuff, and then I started to find a lot of joy in putting the ball in the net. So I started off my high school career as a midfielder forward, and really enjoyed that. We had an injury kind of later in my high school career that necessitated a shift to where all of a sudden now we got a hole in the back of the line, and it was Coach Wiegers actually that put me in on defense for the rest of my high school career, and that's where I ended up playing in college as well. So That's kind of the having both offense and defense kind of in the back pockets. It's nice to use for a coach. You can start adding different elements to the game together like that. So I played all the way through college. Played 3 years in college, graduated early, and then transitioned to coaching pretty shortly after that.
So what college can I ask?
So St. Louis Christian College, a little private school up in Florissant, which is a suburb of St. Louis.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got my bachelor's there, and graduate work from there, but didn't play beyond that. So just 3 years in college, and enjoyed every minute of it. It's great. Traveled all over the Midwest, all over the country, playing games. And again,
awesome.
that team, that family element just carried all the way through. It was great, too.
And now you're watching it from a coach's perspective, and that's cool to see, too.
Man.
But yeah, I am very glad, the seasons go well. Thank you for being here on the show with us, and we appreciate everything, man. And good luck on the rest of the season.
Yes,
and, I hope the team continues to go well.
Great, man. All right, appreciate it.